Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1961 New York Yankees baseball. It's August 26th. We got the Yankees traveling to Kansas City to play the A's. And let's take a look at the New York Yankees starting lineup here on August 26th. Leading off playing second base is Bobby Richardson. Batting second playing shortstop is Tony Kubek. Batting third playing right field Roger Maris. Batting fourth playing center field's Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth playing first base is Bill Skowron. Batting sixth playing left field is Yogi Berra. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Johnny Blanchard. Batting eighth and playing third base is Clint Boyer. And batting ninth doing the pitching for today for the Yankees is Bill Stafford. Let's go and take a look at the hometown Kansas City A's starting lineup. Excuse me, you got leading off playing shortstop Dick Hauser. Batting second playing right field Jim Rivera. Batting third playing second base Wayne Casey. Batting fourth playing first base is Norm Seabury. Batting fifth playing third base is Darren Johnson. Batting sixth playing left field is Leo Posada. Batting seventh playing center field is Bobby Del Greco. Batting eighth doing the catching is Joe Pignatano. And batting ninth doing the pitching is Jerry Walker. Let's get down to the field here, folks, and get this game started. Jerry Walker enters this game. This will be his 18th start. He's got a 4.71 ERA. He's 4-10 on the year with 2 complete games. And first up is going to be Bobby Richardson, batting .264 on the year with 3 home runs and 49 RBIs as Beatles enters. Nice to see you, bud. And here's the pitch to Bobby Richardson. And that's going to be a ground ball down second. And Casey got it. He's going to fire over the Sebring at first for out number 1 in this game. That brings up Tony Kubek now. Tony batting .279. His average is dipping a little bit. He was up around the .285 mark, folks. 6 home runs, 48 RBIs. Bobby Richardson gets hot and Tony's cooling off. Figures. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. No, it's not. Old Walker got the W. And just like that, I talk about Kubek slumping, and he gets on with a base on balls. There you go, legends. It's just not you. So Kubek gets on base for the M&M boys. And we got a runner down at first. Rogers hitting .260 on the year, 51 home runs, 104 RBIs. Can he hit number 52 now, folks? And no, that's going to be a slow grounder down the second. They'll get the lead runner, but that's all they'll be able to get. So that brings up Mick now with 2 outs and Maris down at first. And Mick's got that batting average up over 300 with his 41 home runs, 124 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. He'll fire across to first to get Mick, and they leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the first. Yankees, nothing. Hauser, Rivera, and Casey due up here in the bottom of the first. Bill Stafford's making his... Excuse me. Let me take a drink here. Bill's making his 18th start. He's got a 2.25 ERA, and he's 17-2, folks. First up against Stafford will be Dick Hauser, batting .220 on the year. No home runs, 39 RBIs. Here's the pitch for Dick. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. And he drives that ball into the gap in right field. And Dick Hauser standing down at second, chatting with Bobby Richardson, says he's going to take these Kansas City A's, going to turn them into the Royals and take them to the World Series one day, folks. see what he does with that. Old Jim Rivera's up now, batting .264, 1 home run, 10 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Is he going to look the runner back? Yes, he does. Matter of fact, that's not a ground ball. That's a swing and a miss with that Y factor. Big strikeout by Stafford. And that is 1 down. Still got a runner in scoring position for Wayne Casey. Batting .277, 8 home runs, 40 RBIs. And that's another swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts by Stafford. Nice pitching job here by Stafford. Now we've got Norm Sebring batting .283, 12 home runs and 47 RBIs. Can Stafford strike out the side here, folks? And no, that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Sorry, ground ball down to first. Skowron tosses it over to Stafford cover. And the leadoff double goes to Knott. And the A's leave a runner on. We go to the top of the second. It's still no score. We got Skowron, Berra, and Blanchard. Bill's batting .282, 36 home runs, 123 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop up behind home plate. Pignatano's got it for out number 1. And that'll bring up Yogi Berra. And Yogi's batting .317, 23 home runs, 64 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Rivera in right field. 2 up and 2 down. And that'll bring up Johnny Blanchard. Only batting .246. His power numbers are good. The batting average is terrible, especially for him. Here's the pitch to Blanchard. And as soon as I say that, he gets a base hit in the center field. 2-out base hit. Blanchard's down at first for Mr. Clint Boyer. Hey, Ken. And Boyer's hitting .234, 10 home runs, 47 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Posada and left. And the Yankees again leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the second. We got Johnson, Posada, and Del Greco due up here for the A's. Darren's batting a .199, trying to get over that Mendoza line. He's got 4 home runs and 14 RBIs. And he's not going to get it that way because that's popped straight up the chute. Blanchard's got that one easy, 1 out. Let the games begin. I hear you, Ken. Yeah. And here comes Leo. He's batting .221, 5 home runs, 41 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Yogi and left. 2 up and 2 down here in the second. And that'll bring up Del Greco. And Bobby's batting a .186. 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. And that'll be another fly ball. This one out to Maris. 1, 2, 3 goes the A's. We go to the top of the third. We got Stafford in the top of the order. And Richardson and Quebec. Bill's hitting .250 because we don't need no stinking DH. All righty, here's the pitch to Bill. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Posada's got room out there. Comes in, makes the catch. 1 out. Now back to the top of the order. And Bobby Richardson, he grounded out to second his first time up. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Casey. 2 ground balls to Casey and 2 outs for Richardson. That brings up Quebec now with 2 outs and nobody on. He walked his first time up. Here's the pitch to Tony. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Johnson's got it. 1, 2, 3 goes the Yanks. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still nothing. You got bottom part of the order due up Pignatano, Walker, and then back to Hauser. Pignatano's batting .259 with 2 home runs, 23 RBIs on the season. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first, I believe. Yes, it is. Ground ball down to Scouring. He's up with it, tosses it over Stafford, covering. 1 out. Hey, Legends. What time are you doing your games today, bud? I know Legends got a bunch of games he's going to try to get done today to get to the playoffs on Monday. So here's Mr. Walker batting .229 with 3 RBIs. And that's a ground ball down to Boyer. Easy play for Clint. He takes his time, fires over for the 2nd out. And now we got Hauser up. And he got a double his first time up and got stranded down at 2nd. And not this time, because that's a slow roller down the 1st. Scouring will catch the bag, and 1, 2, 3 goes the A's again. We move to the top of the 4th. We got the big boys up, the M&M brothers, and then the Scouring. First up is Roger. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Walker's got it and tosses it over the 1st for out number 1. Here comes the Mick. Mick gets something started here, folks. He grounded out to 3rd his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 quick outs here. Gotcha, Legends. Yeah, I hear you. Working all sucks. All righty, here comes Bill Scouring up. 2 outs, nobody on. He popped up to the catcher's first time up. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. Jerry Walker hits Scouring. The Yankees ain't too happy. The Moose is having a heck of a year. They don't want him hurt. I don't think it was done on purpose, but still. That brings up Yogi. Can they make him pay for hitting him? He flew out to right his first time up. Can Barrett get the Yankees on the board here? And no, that's going to be a lazy fly ball in the left field. And Scouring gets stranded at first. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. We got Rivera. Casey and Sebring due up here against Bill. Rivera's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And that's going to be another strikeout. Bill's 3rd strikeout. 2 of them's been Jim. And that brings up Casey at the bat. And Casey struck out his first time up, and there wasn't joy in Mudville. Let's see if they can keep it that way. And no, that's going to be a fly ball out to Roger, though. 2 up and 2 down. And here comes Norman. Storming Norman Sebring. And he's 0 for 1, grounded out the 1st his first time up. And not this time, folks. He squares this one up against Stafford. And that ball is driven in the left center. It's rolling around out there. He's rounding 2nd. Here comes the throw from Yogi. And he's in there with a triple, folks. Not the fleetest of foot, Sebring, but he's down there at 3rd now with 2 outs. And Darren Johnson, who popped up the Blanchard's first time up. I hear you, bud. I knew you said you wanted to get 3 or 4 games done today. Here's the pitch to Johnson. And that's going to be a slow roller down to Bobby Richardson, over to Scouring. And the A's leave the triple down at 3rd. And we go to the top of the 5th. We got the killer bees up, folks. We got Blanchard and Boyer and then Stafford. And Johnny, he singled his first time up. Let's see if he can get aboard here in the 5th inning and get something started. And yes, he does. That's another single in the center field. Blanchard's got Walker figured out. He's the only one. 2 hits today for the Yankees, and both of them's been by Blanchard. So now it brings up Boyer, who flew out the Posada his last time up. Can he keep this up there and go round going? And no, he can't. Let's see if they can turn 2 on this. Now that's a slow roller. Johnson's only play is going to be down over to 1st. So Johnny will get down to 2nd with 1 out now. Like I say, Bill Stafford's swinging a pretty darn good bat here, folks. Batting .245 on the year. We're going to let him swing away. Here's the pitch to Bill. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. That'll get the runner over to third. Nice productive out here by Stafford. So the Yankees got the go-ahead run down at third. And a hot-hitting Bobby Richardson, he's grounded out the second both times. Can he come through, folks? He's been hot. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And that'll end the inning, and the Yankees leave a runner down at third. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's still a non-score game. They got the bottom part of the order due up here. Posada, Del Greco, and Pignatano. Leo's 0 for 1 today. And he's going to be 0 for 2 as he pops that ball up over near the first base dugout. Blanchard makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Bobby Del Greco. And he flew out to Roger his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Boyer. He plants and fires over to Scowen. 2 up and 2 down. Yeah, there is, isn't there? That'd be crazy, Legends, to have 2 of them in 1 year. Sure. Here's Pignatano, who grounded out the first his last time up. And that's going to be a ball 1 on Mr. Pignatano. And he drives that. And Bill Stafford comes back on the 1-0 count and strikes him out for his 4th strikeout. And that's a 1-2-3 inning again. Now we get to the top of the 6th. We got Quebec and then Maris and Mantle. Let's see if they can finally scratch a run across here, folks. Tony walked and grounded out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's Walker's 2nd strikeout of the game. And here comes the big boys. Can they finally do something here? Maris 0 for 2. Fielder's choice and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Rivera's got room out there. 2 up and 2 down. So it's up to the Mick to get something started here in the 6th. He is 0 for 2 also. Grounded out and struck out. But not this time, folks. He gets a hold of this one, and this one's high. This one's far. This one's deep. This one's gone. Home run number 42 for the Mick. Puts the Yankees on the board 1-0. And that was his 125th RBI today, folks. Scourin and Roger meets him. And he said it was a slider. It didn't slide. And that brings up Scourin, who's 0 for 1. He got hit the last time he was up. Can he make him pay this time, folks? Here's the pitch to Bill. And they don't want no parts of Scourin, so I don't think he hit him on purpose, folks. I think he was trying to pitch around him and hit him because that's the 2nd time he's been on base with a walk or a hit batter. So it brings up Yogi. You're flirting with fire here, pitching to Yogi with a runner on. Can Barra make him pay? And he does, folks. He squares this one up, Mr. Clutch. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going number 24 for Yog. He went the other way with that one, folks. And all of a sudden, nothing game is turned into 3-0 Yankees. 2 big swings of the bat. Sure, that's only their 4th hit of the game, folks, and they got 3 runs out of it. And here's the man that's got half of those hits. He's 2 for 2. Let's see if he can make it 3 for 3. Johnny Blanchard. And no, he hits a deep drive into center field. Del Greco goes back at the track, makes the catch. And the A's get out of the inning, but the Yankees score 3 on 2 home runs, a solo by Mantle and a 2-run homer by Yogi. And that'll be it for Walker. They'll pitch hit for him. And we know the poor A's don't have much of a bullpen, but they'll have to use it here. Let's see who they're going to bring out the pitch hit here. They got some lefties on the bench. They need base runners. So I think Jerry Lumpy's going to come off the bench. Pitch hit for Walker. think Art's going to come out of the bullpen and pitch to his former teammates. I think that's what we'll do with the pitching. But first, we're going to have Lumpy come up here to bat from the left side. Try to get on here for the A's. And Jerry's batting .275 on the year, folks, with 7 home runs, 51 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Lumpy. And that's a ground ball down the third. Boyer's going to fire that ball over to first, and he's got him by a step or two. 1 out. And here comes Dick Hauser, 1 for 2 with that leadoff double, and I just dropped the dice without even rolling. All righty, now we got the dice back. Here's the pitch to Hauser. And that's going to be a base on balls, not what you want with a 3-run lead here. Hauser trots on down the first with 1 out. And Jim Rivera's up now. He's 0 for 2, struck out twice. Can Stafford get the hat trick? And here's the pitch to Jim. And he does a big swing and a miss. And Rivera thinks that Stafford is Linda Ronstadt, because all he's hearing and seeing is Blue Bayou. Excuse me. Here comes Casey up now. He's 0 for 2. Let's see what happens here with Stafford. And that's going to be a Dick Hauser's taking off for second for some crazy reason. Here's the throw down by Blanchard. Can they get Dick Hauser? And Quebec makes the tag, and Richardson, he's out of there. Don't know what Dick Hauser was thinking being down by 3, but that'll end the inning. And like I say, I believe Art's going to come out here and pitch against the Yankees here. Let's see how long ago it was Art pitched. Yeah, it's been like 3 or 4 days since Art's pitched. He's coming in the game here to face his former teammates this year. Him and James came over in the trade. They got old Bud Daly in that trade. The Yankees did. So he'll be facing the bottom part of the order. Boyer, Stafford, and then back to Richardson. Clint is 0 for 2. Art is going to be his 13th game with the A's. He's got a 6.02 ERA with them. He's 2 and 3. He's got 5 starts on the year with them. Let's see what his stats was like with the Yankees. He had pretty good stats when he was with the Yankees this year for me. He was 3 and 3 in 11 games. He had started 8, 1 complete game. He had an ERA of 3.54 with the Yankees. But he's blown up since joining the A's. All righty. Here's the pitch to Boyer. And that's not going to help him out any. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. Yep. And Darren Johnson boots that, folks. That'll be an E5. And that might be one reason why he's not doing as well. The defense sure isn't what it was in New York. I don't bring up Bill Stafford. He'll try to bunt Boyer over in the scoring position. Here's the pitch to Bill. And that's going to be a 2 strikes. He's missed both attempts. Can't even get Wood on the bat, but he's going to try for it. Bunt still on, and he foul tips it. That'll be strike number 3. And Stafford's out of there. Can't get the job done. So Bobby comes up now with 1 out and a runner at first. He's 0 for 3. All 3 ground balls. And that's going to be another ground ball down the second. Can they turn 2? Casey's up with it. He fires over the Hauser, over to Sebring, but Bobby's speed, he beats it out. So now there's 2 outs for Q back up. And Tony's 0 for 2, but he did walk, struck out, and grounded out. And that'll be a fly ball out to Del Greco. And the Yankees leave 1 on, and we go to the 7th inning stretch, folks. Casey, Sebring, and Johnson. Johnson with the error in the last inning. When Casey's up, he's 0 for 2. And not anymore, folks, because he drives that ball in the right field, turns on it. Roger gets over there quickly. And being down by 3, Casey's not going to try to stretch out. He's on with a single. He made a wide turn, but he's heading back. Here's Norm Sebring, believe it or not, with a triple today. 1 for 2. And that's what the Yankees was looking for. A ground ball. Can they turn 2, folks? Ball's hit down the queue back over to Bobby Richardson, over to Scourin, and somehow old Norm's putting on the Jets today, folks. He beats it out. So it's 1 out with Sebring down at first. We got Darren Johnson, who's 0 for 2, popped up and grounded out. And that's going to be another ground ball down the 3rd, but no doubt about this, the only play that Warriors got's over to first. Sebring will get down to 2nd with 2 outs for Posada. So the A's got a runner in scoring position, but Leo's 0 for 2, flew out and popped up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Nice strikeout by Stafford. That's his 6th one of the day. And we go to the top of the 8th. It's 3-0 New York. And here comes the big boys, Maris, Mano, and Scourin. Rogers 0 for 3 today. Reached on a fielder's choice, grounded out, and flew out. And that's going to be another swing and a miss, strike 3. Art Detmer gets his former teammate. 1 down. And here's the Mick, who hit a solo home run his last time up, folks. 1 for 3 on the day. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. He was going for number 2 there, folks. That's no doubt about that with that swing. And here comes the Moose. He's 0 for 1, hit by pitch and walked. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Art Detmer's coming in this game and shutting these Yanks down, folks. 1, 2, 3 goes New York. He's keeping it a 3-0 game. And we'll have Del Greco, Pignatano, and a pitch hitter for Art. Bottom part of the lineup here in the 8th. Del Greco 0 for 2. And that's going to be a pop up down the 3rd. I'm sorry, that's going to be a base hit. Looked at that wrong. Be a base hit in the left field. 1 on here. Bottom of the 8th. That brings up Pignatana now. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's what the doctor ordered, folks. That's a tailor-made double play down to Bobby Richardson. Over to Quebec, over to Scourin, and out wipes out the runner. 2 outs now for a pitch hitter for Art. See who they're going to go to now. And I think it's going to be the Hawk. Hawkins is going to come up here, the bat. 2 outs, nobody on. See what Jay can do here for the A's. Oh, thank you, Legends. Yeah, I love that blue bayou. Yep. So the Hawk is batting an even 200 with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Hawk. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. It's still 3-0 New York. Let's see who they're going to bring in here to pitch. You got the lefty, and then the righty. Are they going to bring in Joe or Mickey? That is the question. See who's pitched lately. Nuckhall or McDermott? That is the question. And it looks like they're going to come in with Joe. So Joe's going to come in here and pitch to the lefties. And Joe, this will be his 27th game, and he's got a 6.93 ERA. He's 1-12 on the year. Like I say, these A's don't have much of a bullpen. They'll be facing Berra, Blanchard, and Boyer. The Bees are up. Yogi with that 2-run home run his last time up. He's 1 for 3. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Casey's got it. That'll be out number 1. Here's Johnny. Johnny is 2 for 3 today, folks. He flew out the center last time up, but that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Blanchard's having a nice game, trying to get that batting average up here, folks. Blanchard on for the 3rd time today. Brings up Mr. Boyer. The runner down at first. Boyer's 0 for 3. He did reach on an error his last time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. And the Yankees are making some noise here in the 9th. The A's need to keep this a 3-run game, folks. And here is the question. Do we pitch hit for Stafford? Try to bust this game open. But he's got pitching a 4-hit shutout. I say we let him bat. Going to let him swing away, too. He's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Stafford. And that's going to be a... No way are they stealing with Blanchard. Well, first you got to get the right base situation. That'll help. And that's going to be a ball. And Pignatano is going to argue the call, folks. And he's going to get ejected. That is crazy. I guess he's tired of being in this game. So we'll have to bring in a new catcher here. And Sullivan will come off the bench, come in here for Pignatano after he gets ejected for arguing that pitch. So it's 1 ball, no strikes on Stafford here. As Mr. Sullivan comes in. He will bat in the 8th spot. All righty, here's the 1-0 count to Stafford. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. He fires over to first, and I don't know what Norm was thinking. He was all out of sorts. Position terrible. Doesn't make the catch. That's going to be an E3. And we don't need no stinking DH here, folks. The bases are juiced. And that's going to force the A's to bring the infield in. They can't afford a run scoring here, folks. And Bobby Richardson's 0 for 4. Can he get a base hit here and bust this game open for Bill? Here's the pitch to Bobby. And that's exactly what he does, folks. He gets a base hit because he's smoking hot. And that ball is through the shortstop and third base. And that's going to score 2. And Bill is going to go down the third. He's putting on the Jets, folks. And just like that, it's a 5-0 ball game, and we got runners on the corners, and still only one out. Tony Q back here, folks. First and third, Q back 0 for 3 with a walk. Infield still in. And that's going to be a single in the left. That's going to score Bill. Bobby's going to stop at second. And just like that, the Yankees have scored 3. Joe sure wasn't the answer. We got runners on at first and second, and Roger Maris, who's 0 for 4 here today, folks, is up, and it's a 6-0 ball game. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Joe. And Joe doesn't help his own calls. This defense is terrible today, folks. Their third error. And Joe got nobody to blame but himself for that one. Base is loaded for the Mick. Yeah, he wants to watch from the clubhouse is right, legends. Yeah, I think the rest of them would like to get ejected now, too. The Mick's 1 for 4 with a home run. Can he get a granny here today, folks? Here's the pitch. And no, but that's going to be a base hit. And that's going to score 2 more. And that's going to put Roger down at third. Nice piece of hitting by Mick. And this game has gotten out of hand quick here in the 9th. And that'll bring up the Moose. Runners on first and third. Still only 1 out. Now the A's are going to play back. They just want to end this inning and get some outs. Moose is 0 for 2 with a walk and hit by a pitch. And sure, that defense sucks. I mean, this defense completely sucks, folks. That's going to be hit down to Casey. And everybody gets an error. You get an error. I get an error. Everybody gets an error for the A's. And now they'll score a runner from third, and it's first and second. Still only 1 out. And this team's just out there going through the motions now, folks. It's sad. Here comes Yogi. He's 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer. Here's the pitch to Yogi. And that'll be a ground ball down the third. And he's going to fire across the diamond to make sure he gets 1 out the way this inning's going. So now we'll have second and third, 2 outs for Mr. Blanchard. And Johnny's having one hell of a game, folks. He's 3 for 4. He's gotten that batting average up to 257 already in this game. Can he go 4 for 5 today? And no, that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Rivera's got it. That'll end this inning. But the Yankees score 6 and bust this game open. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. It is 9-0 New York. And what was a close ball game. Got the top of the order up here. Hauser, Rivera, and Casey. Stafford looking for the complete game shutout. Dick's 1 for 2 today. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Hauser's aboard here, folks. And the Yankees ain't paying him no mind, so he figures he might as well swipe second base. And there's not even going to be a throw down there. He's in there with a stolen base. So you got a runner down at second with an 0-1 pitch to Rivera. And he's 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. Can Stafford get the golden sombrero on him? And no, that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Mix got it for out number 1. Howard will stay put. 1 down. Here's Casey at the bat. He's 1 for 3, singled his last time up. And that's going to be I can't believe Dick Hauser. What the hell is he thinking? He takes off from third with a left-handed batter up. Blanchard sees it coming a mile, fires down the third, and Hauser's out of there. What stupid base running by Dick? I don't understand that. If he does that as a manager, I don't ever see him winning a World Series. We'll see. He's 1 for 3 with Wayne Casey now still at the bat with 2 outs. And of course, after you get thrown out stealing, it's a base hit in the right field. That would have scored him probably. So now Casey's down at first with 2 outs. And Norm Seabreen's up. He's 1 for 3 with a triple. And that's going to be a ground ball. Sorry, that's going to be a single infield hit. And all of a sudden now with 2 outs, the A's are making some noise, folks. And again, if Hauser wasn't crazy at the bases, this would be a 1 out making some noise. It's first and second now for Darren Johnson. Here's the pitch to Johnson. And that's another base hit, folks. The bases are juiced. And they're just nickel and diming Stafford here, just beating the ball in the ground and running like hell. So bases are loaded. They go out to give Stafford a little rest here and let him get his thoughts with the bases jammed in Posada. 1 swing of the bat here, and this is a different ball game, folks. Posada's 0 for 3, and that is popped up in the foul territory. I'm sorry, that's not popped up. That's a big swing and a missed strike 3, and that'll end the game. And Stafford gets his shutout. Let's take a look at this. Thought we was going to have another crazy 9th inning, the bottom of the 9th. Yeah, the A's and their 4 errors, 3 of them in the 9th. Crazy. Piss poor defense, that's for sure. Yankees, 9 runs on 9 hits, very efficient. The A's, no runs on 8 hits and 4 errors. You had Mick going 2 for 5 with that home run. You had Yogi 1 for 5 with a home run. Yankees were 6 for 10 with runners in scoring position, folks. They drove them in. Only left 7 on. Dick Hauser, Casey, and Seabreen all had fine games. Just couldn't get anybody else to hit or drive anybody in. They was 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Left 6 men on. Bill Stafford goes the distance. He goes to 18-2, folks. 8 hits, no runs, walked 1, and struck out 8. Nice pitching job. Walker gets the loss. His record goes to 4-11. 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 2, gave up 2 home runs. Really didn't pitch bad except for the 2 bad pitches. Take that away. And he pitched a fine game. Art came in and did a hell of a job against his former teammate, striking out 4 in 2 innings. But old Joe, he didn't do crap in the 9th. 5 hits, 6 runs, only 2 of them earned, but himself concluded with an error. So that's it for that. We'll do some fast play. The Braves don't play on August 26th, so we'll do both the American and National League. First up, you got the Indians heading to Chicago to take on the White Sox. Let's see what happens here in Chicago. And the Indians win big. 9 runs on 14 hits and no errors. The White Sox 3 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. Now we got the other Sox, the Red Sox, traveling out to California to take on the Angels. We got McBride in the ride out there. And the Red Sox win a close one. 9 runs on 11 hits and an error. And the Angels, 7 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors. Oh, Guys goes 2 for 6 with a home run and 4 RBIs. Sorry about that. Daughter's texting me about my granddaughter's birthday party. All righty, well, we got the Orioles traveling out to Minnesota to take on the Twins. Orioles are in third place here. See if they can keep up with the Yankees. And the Orioles win a close one. 7 runs on 14 hits and an error. The Twins 6 runs on 11 hits and 2 errors. See when the Orioles took the lead to stay ahead here. Looks like in the 6th inning, yep. Man, they got out to a 4-0 lead. And they got out to a 7-2 lead, and then 4 runs in the 7th inning made it interesting. Sure. All righty, now on to the National League. You got the Dodgers traveling to Cincinnati to take on the Reds. The Reds are in third place. See what they can do here with the Braves being off. And the Dodgers beat them. The Reds are sinking fast. Supposed to win that National League. Don't look like it. My prediction is the stinking Giants are going to win the National League. Dodgers 8 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The Reds 3 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. The Duke of Earl went 1 for 5 with a home run and 4 RBIs. I assume that was a grand slam. Let's check out. See if the Duke got a granny. Sure was a grand slam in the 5th inning. A walk, a single, and a walk, and then the Duke comes through. Then they got the Cubs traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. And the Cubbies win a close one. Let's see what the Stars for. Oh, Ron Santo hits for the cycle, folks. We'll take a look at that box score, see how he did it. Cubs 7 runs, 14 hits, and 2 errors. The Pirates 6 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. Oh, you're welcome, Ken, buddy. Let's see here. Now the Ron hit for the cycle. He got the triple to start off with. Then he got the single. Then the home run, and then the double to finish it off. And the double was in the 10th inning, so he had to go extra innings to get it, folks. How about that? All righty, and now the Giants travel to St. Louis. Good pitching matchup. Mike McCormick against Bob Gibson. Can the Cardinals help out the Braves here since the Braves ain't playing and beat these stinking Giants? See if Gibby can come through here. And no, the Giants win 8 runs on 6 hits and no errors. The Cardinals 4 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Take a look at the standings in both the American and National League. And the Yankees are now 9.5 games up on the Tigers. They're 12 games up on the Orioles. The Twins are 17 games back. White Sox are 19.5 games back. And the rest of the league is out of it, folks. Angels 33.5. Red Sox 34. Indians 34.5. Senators 46.5. And the A's 48.5. The poor A's have lost 7 in a row. The Yankees have won 7 in a row. And on to the National League. The Giants, with that win, cuts the lead to half a game. The Reds, with that loss, they've lost 5 in a row, folks. They are struggling. They are now 9 games back. Cardinals 12 games back. Cubbies 13.5. Dodgers 14.5. The Pirates 17.5. And the Phillies are 29.5. All righty, folks. I want to thank Ken Castro, Legend Sports Universe. Check out his great channel. And Brian and Beatles was in here. Check out his great channel. I think Beatles was the first one in here. He was. Like I say, check out Beatles' great channel. What time is it here? It's 11 o'clock. We're going to wait. I'm not going to do another game here. I'm going to get something to eat probably. And then we'll watch Legends game at 12 o'clock. And I'll do a game after Legends. So until then, folks, you have a great afternoon and take care.